Who are you and what do you do?
My name's Jed Donkin. I'm a person-centred plan facilitator and I work within adult services. I help people to explore planning for the future, which might include looking at housing options within the City of Sunderland, but also lifestyle opportunities that could be available for in the city.
How can your service help me and other young people?
As a person-centred plan facilitator, as it said, we try to help people to look for the future, and how we do that, we use ways that are easy to understand so that the person can tell us what they want to do, and then we can actually get in the right people to help them move that forward. So one of the things that we do is help people to look at housing within the City of Sunderland, but one of the key things is that we find out what I might want in the future, but we also find out what works well for the person now. So that might be the friends they keep in touch with, it might be the family that they keep in touch with, it might be the way that they meet up with friends before they go to the football match. And those areas seem to be very, very key to the person. So if they were to do something different in the future, they want to take them with them. So we help people to make sure that they've got those things in place whilst also thinking about what I would like to do in the future.
Can you tell us a bit more about housing?
I can. What we do, Daniel, as part of the planning, we look to find out, so it's not just about the house. We look about the kind of, say for instance, if it was you went to college and used the bus where you lived, would it need to have a bus route? Would it need to have a good bus service? Do you want one where it's actually every day of the week? It might be that actually it's really important to you that you've got a post office because that's where you get your benefits. So you want a post office that's local, or it might be a bank. It might be that you want local shops nearby. And then it might be that actually you do go to college and you don't want to travel halfway across the city. You want one that's like quite local to you. And then we start to look at the house itself. Like, say for instance, if you used a wheelchair or you had like problems getting in and out of the house, you might want to looking at a bungalow, or it might be I don't want to live in a bungalow. I might think that's like for older people. I'd like to have a flat, but it needs to be downstairs. So we'd work through that process to make sure that we found the house was right, but also what was around your house was right as well. Your plan, Daniel, will try and find out what you're doing. So say for instance, if you went to college but you needed staff to help you to get to college, we'd have to build that into your plan. So what we'd do is we'd find out how much staff time you would actually need, but we'd also find out, because it might be that there's certain types of staff that you might need, as in you might want to go with younger staff. It might be that you need a mixture of both people who might be a little bit older than you or people who are the same age as you. It might be that you need a mix of male. It might mean that you want male only. It might mean that you're not bothered either way. But then it's kind of things that keep you strong as well. So the way that staff help you to do things that you want them to help you to move on, and you don't want them doing everything for you. You want to be doing some stuff yourself. So we try and build that, and we get that all from your plan.
At what age do I leave your service and where do I go?
Well, I work in adult services, Daniel, so it's for people who are over 18. So what we do is we would work with you initially with support from the Futures team, and gradually would actually build up people who would maybe be coming involved in your plan, like maybe an adult social worker, and maybe people from care and support. So our work would continue whilst you're actually working alongside the Futures team, and you would remain using adult services until you no longer required our support.